Get motivated with Mr. Smiles, Vinney Chopra. He is also known as Mr. Enthusiasm. He will share and challenge you each week on great topics, on how to get excited, how to really make things happen in your business, and change your life for the better. Here is Vinney with this week's Motivation Inspiration.
Hi guys, welcome to Weekly Motivation Power Talk with Vinney Chopra, also known as Mr. Smiles. My name is Alicia DeBrell, and I have the privilege to interview Mr. Smiles each and every week. And I'll be honest with you, he's probably one of the most positive and energetic people that I know. I have no idea where he gets it from. I'm exhausted all the time, and then I could talk to him, and he brings me up like 5 notches. So I hope you guys experience the same energy lift that I do when I get to work with him. And I don't know, you probably have heard his story. He's been on, I don't even know, maybe what is it, 85?
Yeah. Oh, no, I came from India, 1976.
You've been on like 85 different podcasts.
85. Yeah, close to 80 or so podcasts. That's right.
Not including the 2 that you have of your own.
No, that's not including those. Those shows are separate. Yeah.
Okay. And he's got an incredible story. And if you've ever seen his podcast, you've heard it. I know you came from India with only $7 in your pocket. You're worth over $300 million now. Your portfolio, correct?
Portfolio is worth. I do want to qualify that, Alicia. Sorry. I wish I'll be worth that much.
Yeah, right. Me too. So guys, you can also check him out on Facebook each and every Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific, correct?
Yes, 10 a.m. Actually, we have changed the show now to Vinney and Beau show. Okay. My co-host, Beau, who is very influential right here in the Bay Area. I wanted to kind of introduce that in this podcast. He has been on the HGTV show on Millionaire Flipping show right there. So he's joining me now. And we'll be doing Be Live on Facebook Live, starting last 2 weeks we have done it. And it will be this Friday also, and every Friday, 10 a.m. Pacific.
Oh, that's huge. Congratulations.
We might be starting a TV show too. We just discussed that yesterday because he knows lot of great people. And we're going to be doing a film on us. And about I think it's called Mentor. Mentor is the name of the show on syndication world of multifamily. So maybe you'll see me on television show with Beau. So looks like it might happen. We'll see. We'll keep you updated.
Nice. Well, I mean, everything that you do is always motivating and powerful. And guys, today, each and every week we always come up with a different subject because Vinney he's always positive, always smiling, always getting me going. He always gets the audience going. Obviously, he's always got something going on. He's always busy. New TV show. That's awesome. So today I want to talk about, which is something obviously you're good at, which is goal setting. Yes. So let's break it down. First of all, how do you set your goals? Because you've accomplished so much. I'm assuming that you had to achieve goals or have goal setting to achieve them.
Totally, Alicia. I think our life is full of so much noise. Let me just say noise, because that is the real truth. We have so many things to do. Unless we write them down, the goals, what we want to accomplish, and give them a deadline. See, a lot of us have a lot of dreams, right? I used to dream a lot. We all do. But unless we bring the dreams into paper, timeline, and limit it, and then we go specifically to work towards those goals, then only we accomplish them. So as many of the studies have come, I'm not going to quote them, Harvard studies, all the different ones, Stanford might have another study. The biggest thing is those people, 3% of the population in the whole world, they write their goals down. They look at them constantly, 3 times, 4 times a day, and they work towards implementing those things, plan of actions, taking massive action, which I call it. So a specific, right? It has to be SMART goals, SMART, specific, measurable, timeline. evaluation, right? We have to evaluate the goal and feedback. We have to give ourselves feedback, something like that, But the thing is, the biggest thing I picked up from that many, many years back was what I want to do today. I have to write it down and then give myself feedback, whether I did it or not do it. Then move them to next day. See, we have maybe A goals, B goals, C goals, D goals, E goals. And guess what? Only worry about the A and B goals. Rest of them are not important. See, that's the biggest thing. The truth is, in our life, if we do concentrated efforts towards our major goals I call them, 3 goals maybe in a day, and just spend, if we have to see 3 prospects a day, and we concentrate on making appointments, making sure we send them the email, making sure they are there at the appointment, making sure we drive there, we are prepared for that appointment with the investor or anything in our business, any client, any prospect, we have accomplished a lot. Because what's the most important activity today is to help people. Help people above you, around you, below you. That is the key thing. So having a specific goal and taking massive action is very big. So why do I say not to worry about D and E's and C's? Those are the goals you need to delegate. See, you need to look at how much money you made last year. Divide that by the number of hours you work in a week. If you work 50 hours, most of the entrepreneurs work 50 hours, even 60 hours. In my book selling days, I used to work 80 hours, 80 hours. I know, Alicia, you work a lot, but the thing is, we need to figure out, is my time worth $50 an hour or $100 an hour? Can I get a virtual assistant? Can I get an assistant who could do at $15 an hour, let's say, the same job or better job than me? So I believe in that. So we need to concentrate only on A category goals and B category goals, but then delegate C and D and E. The key thing is commitment to the goals. Oh my gosh, this is the biggest thing. It's good to write them down. It's good to put it into the iPhone now, to-do list and this and goals. And
I'm old fashioned. I have to write it.
Isn't that true? Yeah. See, the thing is, Alicia, I used to do the same thing. I will have all these different, I don't do it anymore, but I put it over here.
The sticky notes.
Sticky notes. Oh my gosh. We used to have so many sticky notes all over the place, right? Life is in a turmoil, right? And the key thing is now we have so many great apps. So It's good to get organized. It's good to get organized because if these goals are that important to us, we need to look at them again and again and again. Many people say, and I think studies have done, if we look at them in the morning, when we have a affirmation, accomplishing the goal, bigger goals on a mirror, when you are doing our, getting ready in the morning. I know in the car, I used to have Scotch tape. I'll put my goals in the dashboard of the car. I'm that kind of guy. I used to do it, lot more things. And then at nighttime, right next to my bed, on the nightstand, I'll have my goals too. So 3 places, just copying of the same goals. When I accomplish them, bigger goals are the ones I'm talking about now. Daily goals are in a good software where we give ourselves feedback. The biggest thing is the commitment, because if we know why we want to do and accomplish those goals, then our energy, our subconscious mind and conscious mind is going to work so hard, and they're going to bring people in your life to accomplish those goals. I'm telling you that. You should write down big, hairy, audacious goals. I think it is the book called Built to Last. Built to Last is the book I read many, many years back. And there they said, B-I-G-H, I think. It's the big, audacious. No, B-HAG. That's what it was. B-HAG, B-I-A-G, B-HAG. That was big, audacious, hairy goals, something like that. Anyway, the biggest thing is don't just limit yourself to smaller goals.
Yeah.
Be big, Because if we think big, like in, W.J. Schwartz's book right there, actually, maybe next meeting, I'll bring my books also from my bookcase and we'll feature them also. Yeah. Because we are the product of, what we read, what we listen, and so forth. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So talk to me about this. So, I know that you were always about writing your goals down and being accountable. So do you think it is more effective, or do you prefer both? So I know that you write down your goals. You also use the app in the phone. So I know you're a big iPhone user. I'm an Android user. Yep. So I won't hold that. But do you think it's a different, because I'm old fashioned. I like to write down my goals, but I also use Google Calendar, especially for my appointments and stuff like that, because life is busy and now everything's more digital. But do you think it makes a difference psychologically, whether you write them down or put them in an app, or is it, you know what I mean? And I know you have the accountability thing with the app. Or do you think there's a difference?
Alicia, I think so. I think visual. Our mind works wonders when we see the things. I kind of hate many times because a lot of these goals are compressed on a chip in here and I don't get to see them. As long as you put a reminder. Now, I have reminders for myself to exercise in the morning. And I say, be healthy, you will live longer. That's the one. At 7 a.m., it pops up every miracle morning, 6 o'clock. So that is a reminder to me to do that, and it reminds. So anything that can remind you about the goals, you could limit. If those goals are that precious, you can put reminders on the phone and they will pop up right then at that time of the day. Sometimes I've even done 3 times in certain many months back.
Once that I'm afraid I'll pass off and be like, I know I'll be busy and I'll forget about it, or I'll just pass up or goal it. I know I have, or something I have to do, and I know I don't want to do it, and I know I'll ignore it.
Exactly.
So I'll put it I'll be like, okay, I know it's going to be due on Friday. I have something I have to do by Monday. So I have it in my calendar for today. I have it for tomorrow, and I have it Friday.
I'm with you.
Because I know.
We are creatures of habits. We are creatures of so much noise that's coming at us, and we do forget a lot of things, by the way. I mean, but the thing is, if you put it on 3x5 card, that's what I used to do. 3x5 cards are the best cards. You could drop them in your, pocket there. And when you, right? 3x5 are the best cards, and write them down one time. And that's all it takes. If those 4 goals are so important for the whole quarter, let me kind of say that too to the audience also. See, we are talking about goal setting. Goal setting is daily goal setting, what I just talked about, massive action. Then there is a weekly goal setting, monthly goal setting, 6 months goal setting, quarterly goal setting, yearly, long-term goal setting. So all these are the pieces. See, we are the CEO of our life. I say that all the time. What's the most important time we can spend is the thinking time, if I may say that. I have done so good in my life when I took time to prepare myself to talk about the strategies I want to implement, written them down and put them on one piece of paper and took action to design what I want to accomplish, 1 or 2 major goals of the quarter in sales, in marketing, in, seeing people, prospecting, anything in your business. See, this show is to really take your business to the next level, not only just in motivation, not only in just getting the syndication business in multifamily, which is my cup of tea. But the thing is, in your business where you are, goal setting is amazing, amazing. I hope you will take time to design these 3x5 cards or on the reminders on your phone, or look at any other app. There are a ton of them which will remind you about your goals, weekly goals, monthly goals. You got to give yourself feedback. And if you don't accomplish something, Alicia, don't badger you down. I don't believe in that. Don't tell yourself you suck. You are no good. You messed up. That's okay. That's life. That's life is about. We got to just live the life that God has given us. We want to make it better. But if things came, hurdles, challenges came on our way, we just take the account of it, say, hey, I messed up. I was not focused. I need to get back and do this goal, which is very important. And look at the payoff. That's the other thing. See, many times we don't accomplish goals because we have not thought through what they're going to bring to the family, what they're going to bring in the relationship with your wife or husband or brother or sister, or in the money and the sales, in getting the prospects, in making you more knowledgeable, in reading, in understanding. I mean, all these, we play so many roles in life every day. So we need to have goals in every role that we play. And we need to have some really, really terrific ways to look at those goals more often. I promise you, if you look at your goals more often, you're going to accomplish them.
Now, I want to dig into something you keep talking about, and you're talking about, daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, like all these different. That just seems overwhelming for somebody who's not used to having that type of habit. Yeah. So how would you, as a motivational speaker and as a teacher and a mentor and a coach, because we're talking about goal setting, and it's not only just about business, it's about personal growth, mentally, emotionally, family, everything, right? So there's a million goals that a person could, who's not used to setting, be like, I have my goal right now is to make sure my room is clean, and I pick up my kid and I don't poison them. Like there's a million goals that you could have. Yeah. I go to work. I show up on time. So how do you help somebody?
That's a good point. Very good point, Alicia. You
overwhelmed.
Nail on the head. The biggest thing comes to my mind is start small. Start small, because if we take baby steps and we feel good about those small goals, let's start with today. Anybody listening to me, let's just start with today. Whatever time of the day you are listening to me, go ahead and write down 3 goals that you accomplished today and see if they were the right goals and right activities that you achieved. And let's set a little bit bigger goals for tomorrow and write them down. If you're not doing the goals for tomorrow or next week, let's just get into the habit of doing it. That's how I believe. We need to take small steps and big steps. So start it. If you are just starting out, don't worry about a year from now, 5 years from now. I remember when I got married, I'd ask my wife, I said, what are your 5-year goals? She says, I don't know about tomorrow. That's the real truth. This is 39 years back, and we've been happily married and everything. But I have always been right from the heart. When I was in junior high school, I remember I used to write down my goals from junior high school. I knew in whatever year I was in the high school, I wanted to do engineering 5 years and then come to USA. Can you believe it? I knew I'll be coming to USA about 8 years before I came here. So those were certain goals I put in my life, and I accomplished them. And in the years, 40 years here now, I have accomplished somewhat, success, but it has been due to goal setting. I can promise you, if you write down a few goals for today and tomorrow and next week and accomplish them, it's going to give you more fuel to do more.
No, and he's being totally modest because his goal setting, and I would, if you're listening to this show, I would definitely take his advice because it has gotten him very far, and he has been very successful. So, and so taking it one step at a time and writing down the goals or using an app and definitely taking that first step. So once somebody is getting a little bit more experience and achieving goals, is there a rule of thumb that you use as far as taking your goal setting to the next level, as far as basics, and then kind of bringing it like, okay, so, I want my business or my life to achieve A, B, or C when we're going from A to C. Does that make sense?
Very good point. Actually, I'd love to. I don't have it in front of me right here. I have a goal setting manual. We moved into the new place. And I would love to share my audience, these are the real things. I'm here to give you what I have learned and done and so forth. It's a great, great manual. And I've written goals 20 years back, 30 years back, and then accomplished them, cross them off. Then you add more to it. See, we can only do accomplishing of the, goals once we have written them down. If you have them in your mind and you achieve them, you cannot really give yourself powerful, accolades or celebration. So it's good to do that. And so it's good to write them down. And, the biggest thing is you just want to, give yourself feedback. Many times people write goals down, but they don't look at them. They did it in one particular seminar they went to. They got so hyped up. They wrote down the goals and then they don't even know where the notes are, right? So goal setting, one nugget I would like to say is that keep it visual in the app, in the iPhone or on 3x5 card, and make the goals for your organization, for your team, for your colleagues, and what you want to do as a development, as a leader, as a CEO of the company. What 3 things are important? I don't really like to write 20 different goals. I don't, because a lot of us don't have that energy. And I think the biggest thing is if you can write down, I want to see 3 investors this week.
Yeah.
Done it. Oh my gosh, how simple that goal is. But then you figure out every which way that we accomplish that 3 prospects for this week and record them and write down what we talked to them. Same thing in the business, 3 prospects each week. See, a lot of us, I've been in sales and marketing all my life. So what I was really, trying to accomplish in the early years of my career from an engineer to a sales consultant was to really affect my thinking to put the time in the most productive activities, put the time in front of prospects. Nothing takes away the time that I spend in thinking, planning, proposal writing, emailing, calling, meeting them on Zoom or meeting them in person. That's the most important time. No other time is more crucial. Thinking time and prospecting time and relationship building time.
For sure. And, and you kind of actually answered my final question, because I always like to ask for a piece of advice about whatever subject matter that we're talking about. And you actually had already given it to us, which I love. I love it because you're always just giving. You're a very giving man, and I love it. So, all right, guys. So you just got your weekly motivation power talk with Mr. Smiles and Vinney Chopra. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and tune in each week and get motivated and to take your life and your business to the next level. Have a terrific week. And like Vinney says, make it happen each day.
Make it happen each day, guys. Yeah. Massive action each day is so important. And I do want to make a little comment. I know today I'm a little bit more dressed. Actually, we crushed that syndication Made Easy podcast show also for the week. Just before this, I didn't want to change, but I wanted to put a little plug, that please do look for that one also, Apartment Syndication Made Easy, talk show, which I do podcast. And then Mr. Smile is the one that you're, listening and watching now. Also, please look at the book, right?
Yes.
Put a little blurb on that one. I hope you have looked at that one, the top seller, international top seller, in USA and UK and Canada and all. So thank you so much, Alicia. I appreciate you. How can the people reach me?
Oh, yes. And actually, I have to tell you something. As we were recording this show, your paperback just went live with the brand new cover.
Woo! Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
Yes, it just went live. So guys, you can get the brand new cover. It has the stamp of #1. I think this is #1 international bestseller book. So go check it out on Amazon. The link will be here in the show notes. But definitely you can also check out Mr. Chopra at VinneyChopra.com. That link will also be here in the show notes, and all the information you do need to get a hold of him, or you can get a hold of his business consultant, John, and John's information will be here too. And if you guys check out his website, you guys can apply to be in his academy. You can invest with him, or you can partner with him.
Yes.
Definitely, check if you guys have any questions or comments, or you guys want me ask Mr. Smiles and talk to him about something in the motivation, content, please, comment below, and we'll definitely bring it up here in the Motivation Talk Show. Thank you, Mr.
Alicia.
Smiles.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Congratulations.
Bye-bye, guys. See you next week. Don't forget to tune, like, subscribe, and also put the notification on. And if you'd like to watch us on the YouTube channel and other places, please put that bell, whatever, so that when we are putting the new episode that you are able to see us. Thanks again. Have a great day.
You will be amazed at the insights Vinney will share each week. He will share his experiences. He has taken $7 to over $220 million portfolio in commercial real estate. To reach Mr. Smiles, text the word syndication to 474747 or go to his website, VinneyChopra.com.